Manchester City midfielder Rodri'S recovery journey and importance for the team. Rodri, the midfield dynamo for Manchester City, is gradually returning to his peak form after suffering a serious injury last season. However, his recovery has taken longer than expected, and the reasons behind it offer valuable lessons not just for the player himself but also for Manchester City's medical and coaching staff. The early setbacks, a rush to return. The initial stages of Rodri'S recovery after his ACL tear were marked by an eagerness to get him back on the field. His return was not just anticipated by the club but also by the player himself, who was determined to contribute to Manchester City's ambitions. However, this early return from such a severe injury has proven to be a challenge. Rodri'S return came in the same campaign that saw him suffer the ACL tear, a serious injury that typically requires months of rehabilitation. The decision to bring him back so soon, especially in a high-demand environment like the World Cup and domestic competitions, ultimately led to more complications. Pep Guardiola, Manchester City's manager, acknowledged that the club's desire to rush Rodri back may have been a mistake. "We came back too early," Guardiola said, reflecting on the decision. "Our desire to get him back, him especially, we came back too early and that's why it was longer." Guardiola further emphasised the human element of injury recovery, stating that players need time to fully heal, regardless of the intensity of their desire to get back on the pitch. He compared Rodri'S recovery process to that of other players, such as Bernardo Silva, who, while talented, might have been able to recover more quickly, but not everyone has the same physical needs when recovering from injuries. Rodri himself seemed to push through the pain in an attempt to regain his place in the team. His return to action during the Club World Cup resulted in him suffering further setbacks, including a hamstring injury that kept him out of the squad for some time. Rodri's struggles. Post-return, hamstring injuries and setbacks. After coming back from his ACL tear, Rodri faced an additional hurdle: a hamstring injury suffered during Manchester City's Club World Cup run. This hamstring issue would derail his progress, highlighting how fragile the recovery process can be, especially for someone who plays as physically demanding a position as Rodri does in City's midfield. When Rodri did eventually return in September, he was rushed back into action. Guardiola spoke about how Rodri started 3 matches in a week, only to then miss the next 2 games, followed by starting 2 matches in 4 days. It was clear that such intense scheduling was not conducive to Rodri's recovery and likely contributed to his continued struggles with form and fitness. Rodri's situation was compounded by the fact that, upon returning to the lineup, he was forced off early in one match and didn't start again for nearly 3 months. These challenges only deepened as Manchester City found themselves dealing with a series of injuries affecting their performance and stability in various competitions. Rodri's returned to full fitness, slowly finding his groove. Despite the prolonged recovery process, Rodri is slowly returning to form. He has made a gradual comeback into the starting lineup, starting in 11 of Manchester City's last 12 matches. His return has been crucial for the team, with the midfield now boasting a much-needed combination of experience and quality, especially with players like Bernardo Silva returning to the fold. Rodri's inclusion in the team has coincided with Manchester City's improving fortunes, both in the Premier League and other competitions. Guardiola noted that Rodri, alongside Silva, has been one of the experienced players who has helped steady the ship and maintain City's hopes in multiple trophy hunts. Their presence in the midfield has been key to City's recent form, which includes crucial victories against the likes of Manchester United, Tottenham, Liverpool and Fulham in the league. While Rodri is still not at his best, Guardiola has seen enough progress to believe that the player will soon return to his top level. As Guardiola said, he's still not at his best, but every time his mood and his training, he's playing many things. He's a special player. The hope is that as the season progresses, Rodri will continue to improve and eventually reach the level of performance that City fans are used to seeing from him. Rodri's partnership with Bernardo Silva, a key to City's midfield stability. One of the most promising signs for Manchester City's midfield stability is the pairing of Rodri and Bernardo Silva. Both players, while different in their approach to the game, complement each other perfectly. Rodri'S physicality and tactical discipline, combined with Silva's creativity and flair, provide Manchester City with a balance that allows them to control the tempo of the game while remaining dynamic in attack. Their recent partnership has proven to be a vital asset to Guardiola's system, allowing City to dictate play and maintain control in the middle of the park. Guardiola is well aware of the importance of these two players, especially when it comes to navigating the pressures of the season. It's massively important, said Guardiola, reflecting on the duo's role. Those two players have been here for 9 years and know everything. When I see proper midfield players that know exactly what they have to do to dictate the tempo and many details, it's good. Guardiola also mentioned that with so many new faces in the squad, Rodri and Silva's leadership is invaluable for keeping the team grounded and focused. Guardiola continued, praising their experience and the trust he has in them. Sometimes I feel that when I make meetings now, they say, "Oh, Pep, again, you talk on the same subject." But we have a lot of new players. They have to know exactly what we have to do. Of course, there are details. How many times have Rodri and Bernardo played against Eddie Howe's Newcastle? They know exactly what they do. The depth of knowledge that both Rodri and Silva bring to the team cannot be overstated. Their understanding of how to navigate tough matches, especially in critical encounters like the upcoming Carabao Cup final against Arsenal at Wembley, will be pivotal to City's success. The road ahead, Rodri's importance for Manchester City's title charge. Looking ahead to the final months of the season, Rodri's fitness and form will be crucial for Manchester City's chances in the Premier League, as well as their pursuit of success in the Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and potentially even the Champions League. Guardiola has repeatedly stressed the importance of keeping his experienced players fit, particularly Rodri and Silva, as they have the ability to turn up in the biggest moments. With Rodri's continued recovery and his ability to stay fit for the final stretch of the season, Manchester City will be well placed to challenge for more silverware. As Guardiola stated, keeping them, Rodri and Silva, fit for the final months could have a huge say in how much success we have. While Manchester City have experienced some turbulence this season due to injuries, they are slowly coming out the other side. The return of key players like Rodri, Silva and Ruben Dias has bolstered the squad, and the partnership between Rodri and Silva is beginning to show the potential that Guardiola and City fans were hoping for at the start of the campaign. The upcoming Carabao Cup final, Arsenal versus Manchester City. Looking forward to the Carabao Cup final against Arsenal, Rodri's experience will be crucial. Arsenal, led by Mikel Arteta, will be a tough opponent, but with Rodri and Silva dictating the play in midfield, Manchester City will be well equipped to challenge for the trophy. The final promises to be an exciting clash between two top-tier teams, and for Rodri, it will be another opportunity to prove his worth after a long recovery. While he might not yet be fully at his peak, his importance to the team cannot be underestimated. If Manchester City can continue to keep their midfielders fit and firing, they will have a strong chance of securing the Carabao Cup, adding another piece of silverware to their ever-growing collection. Conclusion: Rodri's journey to full fitness. Rodri's journey back to full fitness is a reminder of the challenges that come with recovering from serious injuries. His experience highlights the importance of patience and proper medical care when it comes to rehabilitation. For Manchester City, keeping Rodri and their other key players fit will be critical to their success in the coming months as they look to add more trophies to their collection. While the road ahead may still have some bumps, Rodri's return to form, along with his partnership with Bernardo Silva, gives Manchester City hope for a successful conclusion to the season.